This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Tory Lanez might be freed soon, they're saying. I doubt that, okay? I doubt that, but very sad what happened to him. We talked about it earlier. It was this inmate that was crazy. I guess he felt disrespected by Tory on a visit with some girl he's talking to. Tory had flirted with her or something. Who knows? And the guy's like a multiple, like repeat offender, okay? Anyways, Tory's lucky to be alive after being stabbed 14 times. There was a press conference held today where they say that the driver for Kelsey, Meg's best friend, that they were both sleeping with Tory, the driver and bodyguard for her during the trial. For some reason, she needed a bodyguard and a driver, right? Nobody knows who she is, really. I mean, she's Meg's friend. That's it. Anyways, she, I guess the driver overheard a conversation with her talking about, she's the one who really shot the gun. And, I don't know. It's reason to look into it. And then also the driver from the Tory Lanez incident that night, Tory didn't want him to testify because he says, I think we got it. It would have gone into the next year and it was Christmas time and he thought he had it in the bag already. He was too cocky. He should have had the driver testify. But anyways, the lawyers speak out and they say we have new evidence to present and he should be released immediately. And this was not a fair outcome of that trial anyways, They say Tory doesn't want any special treatment, but, he just wants a fair shot.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2. Not long ago, 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting.
This is what we all assumed happened, okay? Because Tory instigated it, the 2 girls started fighting. One got the gun, shot at the other. I mean, that's what we always thought happened. The story was fine until Meg was informed to start going against Tory. There was like a week or 2 where she was just like, yeah, all of a sudden she was, Tory did it to me. This is diabolical and evil. I hope Tory gets another trial. DDG is going through it with Halle Bailey. A lot of people are coming forward that have witnessed a lot of their relationship and said that DDG was actually very quiet most of the time. She was very aggressive with him, and this and that. She's really just trying to punish him, but not letting him see his son. I hope DDG gets a lawyer and fights the allegations against him from Halle Bailey, man, because I've heard people say you're supposed to. This is why you want to be with the person forever when you have a kid, okay? You don't want to have a kid and just be there once in a while, And it's not his fault. I'm just saying, like, that's you want to wait. be able, you want to try to wait and make sure you guys have like a close bond, you're living together, all that kind of stuff before you have a child. 50 Cent chimes in on the Diddy trial. It's about halfway. Well, it's almost done today, but we read half of it. We're going to read the other half in a minute. I just didn't want to keep like updating you guys hour per hour because a lot of it is nonsensical questions. They're asking like, who picked out your clothes? Why did you have a pin in your hair that day? Let's get to the meat and potatoes, okay? Plus, you got to start establishing some type of RICO here. So I'm going to just wrap it. I'm going to just read it off in about a half an hour. And that'll be they're going to wrap up in about 10 minutes. So I'll just start it then. We'll drop it in a half an hour, the wrap up of the case for today. But 50 Cent's like, this guy should have taken a plea deal because I don't care what they prove, what they don't prove. If Diddy doesn't look good in out of this, he's going to get some time, right? They can get 10 years. Because this isn't their only witness. They have a lot of witnesses that are going to establish a pattern. And it's up to a jury. It's not just like, oh, well, this isn't really much. No, it's up to a jury. And if the jury decides they don't really like Diddy after this, they could just make him guilty. That's it. And then he's gone for 10 years, right? And, that's why he should probably just plead out and work something out. He says, the stuff they're saying is beyond me, is what 50 Cent says. Then we got Misa Hilton says she's attending Diddy's trial to support their son, Justin, and his siblings. I don't think she's very tight with Diddy anymore. And then Big U gets a trial date. They're begging for more time, but he gets a trial date. The Big U finally gets a trial date. Prosecutors plead for more time to review evidence. Big U trial date has been pushed back a full year from next week to May 2026. Okay. This is an uninteresting trial, to be honest with you. It's just a gang trial. The thing that makes it really crazy is that Whack 100 just served everything up on Clubhouse, like a lot of this stuff. It's very weird. But anyways, so he's arrested in March, and he says, I ain't been nothing but a help to the community, blah, blah, blah. Charges of 1 count to violate the RICO Act, 2 acts of conspiracy to interfere with commerce by robbery and extortion, Hobbs Act, 1 count of Hobbs Act robbery, 9 counts of attempt Hobbs Act extortion, 5 counts of Hobbs Act extortion, 1 count of transportation of an individual in interstate e-commerce with the intent of the individual to engage in prostitution, Mann Act. That's what they might try to get Diddy on. We'll see. I mean, that'll be hard, but it's possible. Because it seems like they had people in different states, and Diddy was aware of this. So, like, they'd have a certain person in Miami, certain people in L.A., certain people in New York that they would call. It didn't seem, but so it wasn't, like, interstate. But, hey. Then it's also 15 counts of wire fraud, 5 counts of embezzlement, conversation, and intentional misapplication of funds from an organization receiving federal funds, 1 count of bank fraud, 1 count of tax evasion, and 2 counts of willful failure to file a tax return. So we will see how that goes. Anyways, I appreciate you all for watching. And next up, we will update you on this Diddy trial and what happened in the second half of the day. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Peace.